Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm your host, FD for Search5.tv. Today, I just want to share with you my thoughts with regards to Ethereum Layer 2s and more specifically, what I consider to be the two leading Layer 2s in Optimism and Arbitrum. But before I jump into that, guys, please note that I am not a financial advisor. If you do require financial advice, you know what to do. Please approach someone who's trained to give you financial advice. The information contained within this video is just for educational as well as entertainment purposes. And if you're from the UK, please note that this content is not intended for you. Why? Because the UK authorities do deem crypto assets to be an extremely risky asset class. Therefore, they are trying to protect you and they discourage you from getting involved in anything crypto related. That said, guys, let's come back to the subject matter where we are looking at Optimism versus Arbitrum, the leading Ethereum Layer 2 scaling solution. And the question today is, which of these two is going to dominate the rest? It might be that one of the Layer 2s we have not featured in this head-to-head between these two is the one that is going to come on top. But at this moment in time, it's highly unlikely. But let's pick these two. I've deliberately excluded Polygon because I think Polygon is its own Layer 1 and we've got other so-called Layer 1 blockchains excluded as well. So it's not just Polygon. So among these two Layer 2 scaling solutions, Optimism and Arbitrum, which one is going to dominate the rest? Or is it just these two that are going to come out on top? And between these two, which one is going to come out on top between them? So let's start with Optimism. And underlying technology, it's optimistic rollups. Optimism uses optimistic rollups, which bundle multiple transactions into one and execute them off-chain. The validity of those transactions is assumed unless proven otherwise, significantly reducing gas fees and increasing throughput. Use cases and applications for Optimism's technology include DeFi integration. Optimism is widely adopted in the DeFi space. Major platforms like Uniswap and Synthetics have integrated Optimism to provide faster and cheaper transactions for users. And Optimism is also key for developer support. We know with Coinbase, build on Base, it uses Optimism. Strong backing from Ethereum developers and compatibility with Ethereum tools and wallets make it easier for developers to build on Optimism. Like I just stated, Coinbase, build on Base, their Layer 2 scaling solution. Now onto mass adoption for Optimism. Around scalability, by increasing transaction speed and reducing costs, Optimism makes Ethereum more scalable and user-friendly, attract more users and applications. And as far as security is concerned, by leveraging Ethereum's security, Optimism provides a secure Layer 2 solution that inherits the security guarantees of the Ethereum mainnet. The only issue around some of these things is around centralization, because some of these Layer 2s, they are heavily centralized. They are not decentralized at all. Anyway, let's move on to Arbitrum. And just like Optimism, Arbitrum's underlying technology is optimistic rollups. Similar to Optimism, Arbitrum also uses optimistic rollups to process transactions off-chain, reducing congestions and lowering fees. Use cases for Arbitrum's technology include broad adoption, where Arbitrum has seen rapid adoption by a variety of DeFi projects, including Aave, Chainlink, and Balance, among many. Arbitrum is also deemed to be more developer-friendly than Optimism because of its compatibility with Ethereum, which allows for easier deployment of existing smart contracts without significant changes, encouraging developers to migrate. And moving on to mass adoption connectivity or connection, we are looking at performance, where Arbitrum offers high throughput and low latency, enhancing the user experience for decentralized applications. Arbitrum also boasts a stronger ecosystem. With its substantial funding and development support, it is well positioned to grow its ecosystem rapidly, fostering innovation and adoption. Now, on to some direct comparison between Optimism and Arbitrum. Technology, well, they both use optimistic rollups, which are currently the most promising technologies for scaling. Some people would say otherwise. For example, ZK rollups instead of optimistic rollups. The differences between these two is that while their core technology is similar, differences lie in their specific implementations and optimization. Arbitrum, for instance, emphasizes minimizing the cost of on-chain computation more aggressively, whereas Optimism doesn't. And as far as the use cases or applications are concerned, Optimism has strong presence in DeFi with key integrations like Uniswap, whereas Arbitrum focuses on broader adoption across multiple DeFi projects while maintaining compatibility with existing Ethereum dApps. Like we said, there is less modification required with Arbitrum, whereas on Optimism, you've got to go for the Optimism stack or developer stack. Performance and scalability, well, nothing really between these two. Optimism provides substantial improvements in transaction speed and cost efficiency, and Arbitrum is known for its slightly flexible approach to roll-up execution, which can lead to better performance in certain scenarios. But these two, they are on a scale, their centralization credentials do vary. You'll probably find that one of the two is more centralized than the other, but they are both both skewed towards more centralization than decentralization. No decentralization of note to talk about. And then we'll move on to that, which is security and decentralization. Both leverage Ethereum's security model and aim to offer decentralization solutions. The difference is centered around Arbitrum having more aggressive fraud-proof mechanism, potentially providing higher security assurances. So in theory, Arbitrum should have better security to Optimism security credentials. Developer and user adoption. Optimism offers easier migration path for existing Ethereum dApps, stronger developer tools, and community support. While Arbitrum emphasizes minimizing changes required for existing dApps, broader developer adoption, and substantial venture backing. So again, the difference between the two is probably going to be down to the brand. Which brand do you prefer more than the other? Because the differences between them is paper thin. So in conclusion, while both Optimism and Arbitrum are leading the charge in Ethereum Layer 2 solutions, their dominance is likely due to their use of optimistic rollups, stronger developer support, and significant improvements in scalability and transaction costs. They both provide essential infrastructure that enhances Ethereum's usability and accessibility, driving mass adoption. I mean, the direct comparison between these two is that Optimism, in summary, it excels in its integration with prominent DeFi projects and ease of use for developers, while Arbitrum offers robust performance and flexibility, making it attractive for a wide range of dApps. So again, you got to be playing with semantics for you to actually get to the differences between the two, but there are differences. But I think in the long term, it's all going to be around brand recognition, especially for the end user, where they choose. But then if these things are operating in the background, probably people won't even notice. So ultimately, the success of these two layer 2 solutions will depend on continued innovation, developer support, and the ability to address scalability challenges while maintaining security and decentralization. Both are well positioned to play critical roles in the future of Ethereum's ecosystem. Back to you guys. What do you think? Which one would you prefer? Do you think optimistic rollups, like what these two represent, is the winner, or ZK rollups and other technologies coming through are going to come and take the whole cake, and these two will be left wanting? Let me know in the comment section, guys. Until the next one, I'm your host, FD for Sage5.tv, signing out for now. Bye.